What does unconditional love look like to you?
Unconditional love is, I guess, like the definition, like it literally is just loving either your partner or yourself, like regardless of the good and the bad. I just don't know if unconditional love is real because I feel like, at least in relationships, there's always going to be boundaries. I feel like no matter what your unconditional love is with yourself, I feel like there's, yeah, you're always gonna not like something. I don't care who you are, I don't care how confident you are, you're always gonna not like something. So I don't know if unconditional love is real, but I'll say by definition, it literally is just like loving whoever, yourself or your partner, through the good, through the bad, through the ups and the downs, through the ugly, through the pretty. Like, I just don't know if it's real, I would say.
Do you love yourself unconditionally? Oh, how come?
I don't know, like I love myself, but I feel like there's always room for improvement. And I think I'm my hardest critic as well. So I think that's why like I haven't experienced unconditional love yet with myself. Maybe one day, but I am my hardest critic, and I've been told that from a lot of people. So yeah,
Do you want to get to a point where you're loving yourself
of
unconditionally?
course, it just looks like fiction to me since I've never like
See,
experienced
it's
it. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I think the only time unconditional love is real is a parent towards their child.
yeah, for sure. Definitely. It's funny, like, as I've gotten older, I've kind of, like, I can even, like, see it in, like,
Hmm.
certain parents and stuff. But, yes, I guess maybe that's the point where it hits everyone, where it's like,
Hmm.
okay, like, I have to take care of this other human being,
Yeah.
and, like, their whole survival is based off of me. So, like, if I don't love them unconditionally, then, like, who the fuck knows?
Right.
But then I also feel like there's some parents out there that do love their kids conditionally. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it gets.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, it gets hard. I mean, how do you think you get to a point where you can love yourself unconditionally?
I think you got to put yourself through everything. Like you have to challenge yourself a lot, and you have to not be scared to put yourself through the ringer in order to get to the other side. Um, and do all the hard shit, like do everything that's necessary. Because I feel like if you don't, you can't love yourself unconditionally because you haven't seen yourself through every trial, tribulation. You haven't seen yourself through every whatever it is, like journey. So you can't. You have to put yourself through everything. You have to do the hard things.
How do you show love to yourself?
Me personally, um
Or do you show love to
I do show
yourself?
love to myself. I've started doing it recently. That's why I think more. I feel like I was putting someone else before me before, and now I'm starting to put myself first. I show love to myself specifically by, those are the little things I was talking about, like putting more effort into my appearance and also doing the things that are hard for me to do, getting out of bed in the morning, going to the gym. Like I said, I think that's on the road to loving yourself if unconditionally is real. Doing the hard things and putting yourself, your body through like the hard stuff in order to become the better version of yourself. So that's how I've been loving myself more recently. Like also like editing, like doing everything that betters me, whether it's hard or easy. That's how I love myself more. Doing what I didn't want to do when I was in my dark place because I know this will get me to a better spot later.
Uh, do you have like a self-care routine you do?
I mean, my skincare is my skincare is definitely my self care routine. Like I think my morning and my nighttime routine is something that's consistent with me. So like my oral routine, my oral care routine, like flossing, all that, all that stuff is like goes into my skincare routine, and that's something that I don't change every day. So that's like a routine that keeps me sane. Like I'm taking care of my skin, I'm taking care of my body. That's how I wind down from the day. That's how I start my day. So that's definitely something that I love to do and I'm passionate about and I'm consistent with too.
Do you have like a certain day you're like, you know what, this day is just for
For
me
sh-
self-care?
no, I work too much, and I've actually been like starting to request off on Sundays because I feel like those are the days where like I guess traditionally you're supposed to reset and
Yeah.
stuff. But like when you work in retail, it's hard. Like it's really hard, especially like being a manager in retail. Like it's hard. So I've been trying to like request off Sundays so I can meal prep those days, dedicate that to meal prepping, cleaning, and like doing a whole eye mask, a face mask, like everything I can do. But it's been hard to. It's really rare to get that. So it's like whatever day off is like I'm running my errands. So it's hard, but I'm trying to make more time because we always say we don't got time, but we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly I struggle with my own self care. I've recently gotten better at it. Where like if I go to get a haircut, like that'll be like the only thing I'm doing
Right.
that day. Like, I'm
You
getting
gotta
a
wait till
haircut,
next week for the next
yeah,
thing.
and I'm going home and I'm like laying down, sleeping, whatever.
Yeah.
But like in this past summer, I was working, whatever, doing summer camp, and then I had like 2 weeks off until I started again for the
Mhm.
school year. That whole 2 weeks, I was like creating content, and I realized I'm like, oh yo, I don't take breaks like at
Yeah.
all. Like if I'm
Yeah.
not working, I'm literally at
But
home
that's
editing,
that's what
kind
it
of
is,
doing,
yeah.
yeah. So it's
Like if I'm not working, I'm doing my content, or if I'm not doing my content, I'm running the errands that I couldn't do when I was
yeah.
working. So it's hard.
I feel like maybe the part of it is like we're just in our 20s and like this is just not a good time for self care.
For sure.
Because I feel like
They say in
everyone
your
is
30s, they say in
grinding.
your 30s, you be like, that's like your thriving
Yeah,
period.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
who
excited for my
knows?
30s. Hopefully,
Really?
yeah. Because I be watching podcasts and stuff, and a lot of people like that do them. They're like 30, 40, and they're
Mhm.
all like, "Yo, 20s is like either your time to have fun or your time to like grind.
Yeah.
30s is like when you like really figure not only life out, but like who you are and like how
Yeah.
do you want your life to be going forward." And I'm like, it feels like at least in my own experience, it feels like that's where I'm getting to.
Okay.
I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, like I know what I
Yeah.
know what I want my life to be like and like how I'm gonna like get to that point.
Mhm.
So I'm like, hopefully by the time I'm 30, I'm good. Hopefully,
In a few years.
yeah. But you know, we gotta see. We gotta get there first.
Right.